How to play Risk in 5 minutes. Risk has 5 main game modes you can play: World Domination, Capital Conquest, Zombie Apocalypse, 70% Domination, and Speed Blitz. The win condition on World Domination is to control every territory on the map at one time. You win Capital Conquest by controlling all players' capitals during the same turn, after turn 3. Speed Blitz is won by controlling the most territories at the end of turn 5. Zombie Apocalypse is won in the same way as World Domination, but the games play out differently with the massive zombie horde roaming the map. 70% Domination requires a player to control 70% of the territories on the map at one time and can be won without eliminating any other players. The game also offers 1v1 options for each of the 5 game modes. Troop Accumulation. Players start their turn receiving 3 additional troops by default. Players in the 4th, 5th, and 6th starting positions are awarded an additional 1, 2, and 3 troops respectively on only the first turn. Players in the first 3 positions do not receive extra troops based off of the turn order. Each capital will add 2 troops to that count. Any continent bonus will add the number of troops that continent accounts for as well. Continent bonuses are not made equally, and typically larger continents with more territories will give a greater bonus than smaller ones, or continents that are controllable from fewer locations, like Australia on the classic map. A continent must be fully controlled by one player to give that player a bonus at the start of their turn. Players can control multiple continents, so continent bonuses stack. Additionally, players are rewarded for total territories controlled. For every 3 territories controlled at or above 12 territories, a player will receive 1 additional troop. So a player controlling 21 territories will receive 4 additional troops at the start of their turn. The other way to receive troops is through card trades. Card trades are one of the most important aspects of Risk and can make or break a game. There are 2 types of card settings for games in Risk Global Domination: fixed and progressive cards. Fixed cards have the same value every single time they are traded in, with multiples of infantry counting for 4, cavalry 6, and artillery 8 troops. Having 1 of each will net the player 10 troops. In progressive cards, any set of cards, 3 of a kind or 1 of each, is rewarded the same value at the time of trade-in, but the trades get progressively larger every time someone trades in. Trades start at 4, then go to 6, 8, 10, 12, and 15 troops, with an additional 5 troops for every trade after 15. Cards are also assigned territory. If the player trading in the card owns that territory, they will receive 2 additional troops at that location. Only 1 card can be redeemed for additional troops per trade. If the zombies control a territory that has a respective card being traded in, the zombies will receive 2 additional troops independent of whether multiple zombie territories are traded in at that time. Because cards are so important, high-level players will frequently try to prevent other players from earning cards through card blocks. Cards are earned once per turn on any turn that player captures a territory. If you can prevent a player from capturing any territories, they will not receive a card and thus cannot progress towards an additional trade-in. Cards can also be earned by eliminating other players. Any cards the eliminated player was holding on to will be awarded to the player that eliminated them. If a player is holding 5 or more cards at any point during their own turn, they will be forced to trade those cards in for troops that then re-enters them into the deploy phase. Setting in off of an elimination can be especially useful for chaining eliminations together within the same turn, especially in progressive cards games. Settings. Risk has various settings that can affect how a game plays out. The turn timer can be adjusted to change pace of play. AI difficulty can be modified, as well as whether or not inactive players who have left the game have the AI take over or remain neutral. Additionally, alliances are a possibility, increasing communication options between players. The Fog of War setting prevents players from seeing territories they do not directly border. The Blizzard setting will essentially remove some territories from the map, completely preventing player control of them and blocking movement through those areas. The portals setting has 2 options: unstable and stable portals. Stable portals remain in the same place and open the entire game, while unstable portals are opened every other turn and move around the map on the following turn. Portals create pathways between territories that wouldn't otherwise exist. Finally, there are 2 different types of dice roll options: true random and balanced blitz. True random is exactly how it sounds. It mimics a real-life dice roll. Balanced blitz is an SMG Studio created feature designed to reduce randomness with the dice and create set breakpoints that will guarantee a territory capture. Some of the simple low troop count rolls that will be 100% guaranteed are 4-on-1, with 4 being the original quantity on the attacker's territory, but it actually only attacks with 3 dice, since 1 is required to be left behind, 6-on-2, 7-on-3, and 9-on-4. Learning these smaller troop count 100% rolls can ensure that you are able to capture a territory and receive a card. I hope these tips help you understand a bit more of what is going on in the game of Risk Global Domination. Please write a comment below if you have any questions about any topics in Risk, as the video can be used as an encyclopedia of sorts for people trying to understand the game better. Thanks for watching.